Yeah.
I reckon it's going to take Loric. What's his name? Specialised guy. Lyric.
Right, our
So
A-list
not-
needs a pay cut, dude.
I reckon, in my opinion,
You mean the World Cup champion?
Yeah, it's going to take him a few rounds to get up to speed.
Do you think? I thought it was the dream. Turns out
One
it's
of
not
those
a dream.
things. One
Here
of
we
those
are.
things.
We're in. Crack a
What's up,
freshie.
Davey? What's up,
Cheers.
people? Crack a freshie. Cheers. Crack a freshie's not a cool thing to say. Not a cool order of words to say. But we're
Is
on
it not?
episode 38. Crack a freshie. Does that?
It's a fair point, man. I don't know. Cracker. Is it a bit like Burgundy? A bit like lads. Yeah, crack a freshie. Or is it?
Crack a freshie.
Or is it-
Maybe, yeah.
Or is it more like the dads in the room? Crack a freshie, Barry. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know, but all I do know is that we're on episode 38.
7.
The Ride Companion. 37.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Oh, the last one was 36. So unless you want to jump 37.
You're right. Oh,
know.
that's such a shame. It's because I wrote... So that means I've written 2 lots of notes. for this one.
Well, at least we got something to talk about. That's nice.
There's so many notes.
Really? Good on
Yeah,
you.
so many notes. What have you been up to, dog, anyway?
Oh, I reckon we go straight in on and plug. Let's do a plug. We've got to plug it. We've got to plug
Yeah.
something, man. Let's go straight in.
Hey, you're right.
Oh, you got the uniform on, bro.
Look at
Let's
my hat.
go.
Look at my hat. I'm double branded right now.
Oh, you are double branded.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's
Wow,
a
you
uniform.
came in the uniform,
Hey,
dude.
a uniform. You could say I'm in the Merchant Navy.
Ooh, I like it, dude.
It's not navy
I
blue.
like
I
it.
should have saved that for when we have a navy blue item, shouldn't I? Really?
Yeah, well, we did it. We finally done a merch drop, folks.
Stoked. And look, I got the spin chair. Dude,
Oh, yeah.
it is dope, isn't it?
That's nice,
I think it
dude.
looks cool. I saw pictures as well. I was biking in it the other day and I got sent pictures and I was thinking, man, that t-shirt looks good. And then I realised
Yeah.
it was our t-shirt.
Yes, dude. And I
Stoked.
wore mine all weekend, and a few people. I said, "Oh, it's a lovely tee. Where did you get that from? From somewhere like, I don't know. What's a high-end retailer? I can't think of one. Is it from
Gucci?
Selfridges?" Nah, I said no. It's not from Gucci, Selfridges, Supreme. It's not a Supreme top.
Stoked,
Jeez.
actually. Yeah, it's good. Because also, although I've just done the merch, I've said the word merch. It doesn't really feel like merch stuff feels... I feel like it's got a weight to it, hasn't it? When you say merch,
Yeah.
you just think of like a rubbish
Sell
t-shirt
out.
with something printed on it. This
Yeah.
is cool. It's like actually clothing, isn't it?
That's why it's taken 2 years to make it happen,
Yeah,
dude.
true.
We wanted to do
Yeah,
it right,
true.
innit? We wanted to do it right.
is true.
And we did it right. Folks, we're doing a merch
did.
drop. It's
So-
only a relatively small drop, so if you want one of our all new long sleeve tees or a hat, you got to be in it to win it. There's not many. We're starting small. It's going to drop this Wednesday, depending on when you're listening to this. So I figured it's the 23rd, dude, when this episode comes out.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's going
By
to be Wednesday the
chance, as
23rd.
if. Oh,
Everything
best,
always lines up, man. So we're going to do the 23rd at 7:23. That's when our first merch drop is going to be. That's 7:23 p.m.
So as this is live, these items are now available.
Yeah, maybe. If you listen to it in the YouTube premiere, maybe not. But
Ooh, okay, got you.
it's coming. But yeah, make sure you're there, folks. 7:23, first merch drop. Rep the pod. It's going to help us out massively. Keep doing whatever it is that we do. I guess there's going to be a nice little thing here. So the ridecompanion.co.uk website is now live as well, man. So we've got the website live. There's some stuff up on there already. You can follow the
you
Clips
showed
channel.
me a QR code, didn't you?
Yes, there's a QR code.
That Benny
Benny?
could put here. Can I do? If I do that side and then you could do the other side.
Yeah, Benny, there you
That's
go,
quite
man.
cute. Yeah, Benny, stick it in there.
Stick it in there, Benny. You know he's not going to watch this and it's not going to be there,
Hey,
right?
do it next to your head. Yeah, he won't watch this, will he? Do it next to your head so that we can.
Put it on my head, Benny.
Wrong side of your head. You need to go on the other side of your head, and then it. Look. No. Oh, you're just messing it up, dude.
Oh!
No, and again.
I see. Okay, there. No? I don't understand.
Don't worry about it, dude.
Just
It'll be a funny bit anyway.
Just go to the QR code, folks. You know what to do. Grab yourself some merch. It's quality stuff made in the UK. We couldn't have done it better if we tried. This is as good as we could do. Want to make sure we're putting out quality stuff.
And it's exciting as well because we can do more now. I quite like the idea. How about this? Yeah. I like the idea of these things being like limited and then becoming like collectible.
Yeah, know? I think so. Like an NFT.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see them. Yeah, I can see that. I think we just keep doing limited drops.
All right.
You know, there's not many of these, folks. Honestly, like it's pretty limited. Let's put it this way: all the merch that we have is in this room, and you probably can't see it. So that means it's pretty limited, right? Yeah, it's limited. It's limited. So you're gonna have to be on it.
It's not like a hellfare drop, is it? This is
no, it's not a hellfare drop.
They look mental. He must be raking it in. It's insane, that.
Yeah. That Lamborghini ain't paying for itself, man. But we'll get there. We're gonna hopefully try and update to a newer car one day. We're gonna keep going.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's a cool way to start. I'm excited. Well, good.
Yeah, I am, man. Genuinely, I'm excited. We've been trying to do this for a long time, but it was finding the right merch partner. Yeah, there you go, man. What a sexy back.
I'm bringing. And it's got the teal on there as well.
TRC crew on there as well. We didn't just go for a single colour print. No, we spent a bit of money. We made it work. We made it proper. We made it good. Yeah, they're nice, dude. I'm hyped. I love it. I love that we're doing merch. I love that people can rep and send us photos of themselves wearing the merch, and the movement is just growing exponentially bigger by the day. So thank you to everyone. And that's a lovely segue, actually. I'm just going to hijack this a little bit into saying massive thank you to everyone that I met over the weekend, and which was weird. Again, it's always weird when you meet people. It's lovely to meet people.
So where were you, Davey?
Well, that's the thing. When you meet people in a situation where you wouldn't expect to meet people who listen to the podcast, that's the weirdest thing. And I am blown away by it, and it doesn't come free. Like I say, I get weird around people sometimes, so apologies if you're one of those people that I met at the weekend. So this weekend I went to what did I go to? The Outdoor Expo, which is a retail facing, that's what we call it in the trade. So it's a consumer show, basically, where you could come along and buy outdoor gear. So I was there with Sax, dude. Sax underwear. Yeah. You know, Sax is the perfect pair of underwear for hiking, walking, climbing. Don't make me do the spiel. I've been doing it for 2 days flat out. But if you look inside here, you can see the ballpark pouch. You know, it's paid to design. Flat C, you know.
You get it down, don't you, by the end? You get it down.
By the end. Yeah, we're good, actually. Me and Darren from Sax, we run a pretty tight ship. We're in.
Yeah, I'd say by the end. I'm sure you already got it done.
We've done it. Dude, if I had £1 for every time we'd done that spiel, every time I've done that spiel, there'd be a Lamborghini on the drive, that's for sure. We wouldn't need a hellfare drop. We'd be doing it correct. Yeah. But yeah, dude, just the same. I mean, it was nice to get out and meet people. Naturally, being indoors for 2 days is not great, especially when it's a beautiful day outside.
How was the aircon? Was that good?
The aircon's rough, man. I'm on the Vaseline today, not just for the
how annoying is it?
For the rest of my body too.
I remember people saying that about aircon. I was like, oh, come on, dude. It's just like it's air conditioning. It's not drying you out or any of those things. But you just always get. I always used to get that after the London Bike Show or after.
You come out and you just feel like just dry.
Yeah.
Like you just like just dry. And I was drinking so much water because again, I've done a lot of trade shows now in my years. And I know that you just have to drink a lot of water. You have to eat fruit. You have to you have to get as much fresh air as you can. You have to, you know what I mean? You have to do it right. You have to get some sleep. Gone are the days of doing the, you know, on the piss the night before. Thank God for days, dude. On the piss the night before, on like, you know, being hungover the next day, and it's just a horrible experience. So now we've got this little thing, we try and come out of the trade shows better than what we went in. So it's good sleep, good food, a lot of water, and it seems to work sometimes. Yeah, it worked all right this time. I'm not too bad, but still, being indoors for 2 days is just brutal for anyone.
Yeah,
it's
I've just looked up what aircon does.
Oh, right.
Because I actually never thought about it, but the reason it removes heat and humidity from indoor air.
Okay.
And then recirculates it. So that's why it dries it out, because it's just removing any kind of...
And I guess it's doing the same to your body because you're not breathing that moisture air. I guess that's the thing, innit? So yeah, you come out, you just feel dry and like, dude, I drank. So on the Saturday, I must have drank between 7 and 8 litres of water, which is a lot of water.
Yeah, that is a lot, isn't it?
A lot of but you need a lot of urine breaks. You know, you need to go take a piss, stretch your legs.
Welcome, aren't they?
Yeah, kind of like smoke break.
I bet it was interesting. I bet you saw a bit of a cross section of the world.
In what way? People.
Well, I don't know. Outdoor show. Yeah. What person goes to outdoor show? Like
some crazy people, dude. I'll be honest with you.
People travel from far for outdoor show. It just seems so broad.
So this show, the Outdoor Expo, it's the first time they've ever done this show, which is quite interesting. But it's only the first time because they've missed the last 2 because of COVID. So it got cancelled in 2020 and it got cancelled in 2021. So the same company out there, I can't remember the company name actually. So they've got a ski show and they've got the new Cycle Expo, I think it's called, in June or July at the NEC. So it's the same company. So they've got 3 shows: outdoor, bike, ski, or snow, whatever you call it. So yeah, it's very surprising, man. Like. So it is quite interesting because the Saturday and the Sunday are very different. The Saturday you've got your sort of people that are there to spend a bit of money. That I'd say they're more enthusiastic, outdoor enthusiasts.
Right.
I'll get back to that. Why? You can just tell that people are more enthusiastic. Like they know the stuff. Let's say a lot more people have like heard of Saks, for example. Like they come over. I've heard about them. I've seen them in this magazine.
They're more informed. Are you saying
they're more informed? They're more like. They're there to spend a little bit of money.
What are they there for, dude? Like, you go to the bike show, you travel from far and wide. If you're travelling from far and wide for the outdoors show, surely everyone likes the outdoors.
It's a bit of a contradiction, isn't it? Because it's the outdoor show is indoors, right? Yeah. So it's a bit of and there's signs everywhere saying "get outside," and it's like, I would if we could.
After you've bought the outdoor things that we're selling.
After you've bought the outdoor things. So yeah, let's think. So various brands are there, sort of displaying but also selling. So you've got Decathlon were there doing a massive sale. You got Regatta, Solomon were there. They were opposite us, and then you've got your sort of independent brands too, your little small ones, I guess, sort of trying to make it. You got a lot of drinks companies, beer companies, coffee companies. The guys from Arcade Belts were there, Slow Tide, all these sort of some big, some small brands, and then you've got your little magazines there. I guess it's like you say, it's same as the bike show back in the day. You got these brands starting up that are trying to, I guess, make it, but ultimately it's a place to go and sell stuff. I mean, that's what it is. So a lot of the shows, like the NEC at Birmingham, a lot of the time there wasn't much the NEC at Birmingham, the bike show, there wasn't that much retailing going on. A lot of the time it was like a display, wasn't it, for brands like, we've got this new bike coming out in 3 months or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas the ones that I've just done, it's more of like a sell stuff. There's a little bit of brand.
Is it cheap
activation.
Stuff or is it new stuff? What's it like? Is it
both? There's a little bit of both. Yeah. So again, good example would be Solomon, who were opposite us. Everything they were doing was RRP. There was no discounts or anything like that.
Yeah.
But then you've got almost opposite us and opposite them, you've got Decathlon just doing like 60% off everything, just trying to get rid of whatever it is, samples or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a weird balance of people exhibiting, I guess, and then you got that on the Saturday, a little bit more of an informed crowd. We had a really busy day, and then the Sunday is a very strange mix of people. A lot of fleeces,
Really,
a lot of fleece, a lot of walking boots, which I find quite funny. So people have gone to the outdoor show and they've dressed like they've going outdoors. So they've got the waterproof trousers on, they've got the backpack, they got it's insane.
So so outdoors is more like walking show, or
it's more walking, hiking, a little bit of sort of like running, I guess, a little bit.
Do you reckon it's city people that identify as outdoors people?
I think that's a lot of it was. And there's a lot of it's lovely, but a lot of elderly people just having a day out.
Nice. Just a spectacle.
Outdoor show.
Yeah.
They've just gone out for the day. They've had a drive. They've drove to Birmingham. They've had some food. They're just having a look around.
What do you reckon you'll do when you're old, when it comes to shows?
I won't be going outdoor shows.
No.
I won't.
I don't think I will. But do you know what I will be doing?
What?
And I only found this out the other day. I'll be going to botanical gardens, and that's a fact, motherfucker. You better believe I'll be there, and I'll be there all day, finding different benches, sitting down, looking at birds, looking at plants.
Nice. Why not?
That's my shit. I went to one in Madeira. It was incredible. It's like every
got one in Sheffield.
You got one in Sheffield?
Yeah, botanical gardens in Sheffield. Yeah.
Any good?
Don't know if it's that botanical. I mean, I don't know. I only know it from going and looking at squirrels when I was a kid.
But you pay like entry, so it'll be amazing, won't it? It'll be like.
I think it's free. Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe it's just the same name, but just a different thing. You've got like your expensive botanical gardens, rare plants, some stuff like that. Sheffield version, sort of like a squirrel, some dog shit in a bag.
It's like a bog with
and an ice cream van
with an SR Nova upside down on fire or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's a different vibe. It's the same name, but we use it's a different vibe.
I'm all about botanical gardens. It was so nice there. Yeah, and there's also Wisley Garden Centre near me as well.
Garden centre, so it's a shopping experience as well as retail experience.
Actually, I don't think it is a garden. No, it's just Wisley Gardens. It just doesn't say botanical, so I got... I thought I should add another word because it didn't seem fancy enough, just Wisley Gardens, so I added centre, but...
Botanical is a lovely word. It conjures up a lot of images of gins, of just sort of hanging out, strawberries and cream.
That's
just being botanical. I'd love to be a botanical person one day.
I think you're a botanical
Nice
person,
smells.
Dude.
Nice
scents,
no,
you're not
aromas.
Yeah, no, all right.
No,
yeah,
I'm not that botanical.
Yeah, I won't be going to outdoor show. When the cycle show used to be on, it used to be. Do you remember when the boat show was on at the same time?
Yes,
I used to enjoy that. Go walk around Sunset.
That's at Southampton now.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
So yeah, and that's a shame that they don't really let you do a bunch of other shows, because at the same time there was a classic car show on, there was a toy show, but you can't go and just like intermingle. You like
shame,
pay £20 or whatever to get into one or the other. But yeah, I don't know, man. There was some rare characters. I had a bit of a run-in with a guy actually. It's very rare. Yeah, it's very rare that I get a little bit like heated.
What did you say to him?
This was Sunday morning actually. Like Sunday morning. This guy, little man, you could just tell he had one of those faces, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had one of them. He was there for a bargain. It was Sunday, he was there for a bargain. So he comes over onto the sack stand. I'm there. Hey man, nice, how you doing? You having a nice day? Yeah, have you seen sacks before? No, I've never heard of sacks before. Okay, if you look inside, ballpark pouch, blah, 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 blah. Really good for walking, hiking, running, cycling, whatever you want to do in them. Oh, these are interesting. I've never really thought about underwear before. I'd like to try some. Yeah, no problem, man. That's fine. Happy, you can try some. £25, normally 30. We're doing it at £25 today. 2 for 45. Ooh, it's a little bit steep. I was thinking, can we do them a little bit cheaper and I can try them? So yeah, probably £20. How about that? Do you pair for £20? Give them a go. You'll be sold. You'll buy more anyway. Ooh, £20 a little bit steep for me, he said, and he's there and he's doing his little shudder. Ooh, it's a little bit much for me. I said, right, okay. He said, but for me to try these, he said, for me to try these, I want a pair for £10. And I said, well, that's impossible, sir. We're not like this. It's fine. We don't need to do that. We'll catch you later. No worries. Enjoy your day. And he said, but if I like them, I will buy more. I said, yeah, it's fine. It's cool. Like £20. That's what they have to be. But I'll probably tell all my friends about them. I said, okay, that's cool. I'm sure all your friends are as much of a dick as you are, but that's fine. I said, and so I started to get a little bit like, look, there's other people waiting to talk to you. It's like, I said, look, Saks is a pretty big company, mate. I'll be honest with you. We're one of the largest underwear brands in the world. Generate $100 million a year. We've got various ambassadors: Ollie Wilkins, Jamie Oliver, all these sort of people involved. And he's got a lovely set of knackers on him.
I'm glad you told him because I want to. Yeah.
I said, no, we really don't. It's fine if you don't buy him. It's fine. Like we don't need you. It's all good. And he was like, balls, yeah. So it's he's got a little bit not heated, but it was like, oh, okay, that's fine. I've seen other brands that make similar products. I was like, you probably have. That's fine. Keep walking. Keep going. We're going to sell some underwear to people who give a shit. Goodbye. So yeah.
I was waiting for it to escalate. I thought he was
I didn't punch him or anything like that, dude.
Start throwing his own feces at you or something.
I didn't punch him or waste any of the expensive food on him or anything like that. It's £4 for an ice cream. Check that. 99 with £4.
Bloody hell.
They've got you, haven't you, once you're in there. £5.50 for a sandwich as well.
You see anything of interest? Honestly, do you see? Give us highlights. No, because I'm not going to that. I'm not going to that show. But
highlights.
What's highlights?
Just think.
Yeah.
Was there any highlights for me?
Was there any waterproof coatings? That's all I can think of that would come out of that show.
highlights. There was literally... It's funny because we had this conversation on Sunday afternoon with Darren who I was with, and I was like, normally I'd buy something. Like, I'd be like, have a little walk around. That's pretty cool. I'll pick that up. Nothing.
Really,
Not a single thing that was there that caught my attention. Maybe I didn't look hard enough. There was a company doing sweets, which came in the mail. I thought that was kind of nice. Every week you get a different, like, 10p mix.
There you go. And there you go. And there you have it.
Other than that, mate.
Yeah, I think I'll skip, dude. I think I'll skip, I'll be honest. I'm talking of heated.
Anyway.
You know the guy who got heated with me? And I told the story on the podcast. I told the story about the guy who got heated with me.
The Bridleway guy.
Yeah, I was driving along and Have I said since he got in touch? He got in touch and he explained the situation, and he's a good dude. He's a top bloke. He'd had a load of motos going past. He's pissed off because they've been riding up and down the actual trails.
Which is fair.
And 2 Land Rovers had just gone past real quick, like dicks, and he was like, "Fuck you" to the Land Rover. He didn't. So it wasn't what I had initially thought it was, funny. But he was. Yeah, he'd had a wicked ride, but then these Land Rovers had pissed him off. Anyway, he messaged me, and then I met him up at the bike park the other day. Top bloke. We had a laugh about it. It was well good.
That's brilliant. Yeah. That must be weird, you know, like, I don't think it's ever happened to me where I'm listening to a podcast and they start talking about you. I don't think that's ever happened to me. I'd really have to make a conscious effort, I think, to get on a podcast that I listen to.
It would be so weird, wouldn't it?
It'd be quite difficult, I feel like. So just popping up on it as a character.
No, I don't think many. Yeah, I don't think many people would actually ever experience that, would they? Like, no. So yeah, no. he's had a weird experience for sure. Yeah, if you listen to podcasts and he was like, "Fuck, that was me." he put me straight on how he wasn't being shitty. He just had a run in. No. So
yes, which is fine. It happens to the best of us.
And I hope I wasn't. I hope I wasn't shitty talking about it. I thought it was only funny. I was only trying to explain it was funny.
Yeah, it was. Again, going back to what I originally said, I just wanted to say, like, it was really nice meeting people. And again, you don't expect it there. So, you don't expect it for an outdoor show. But I think I met somewhere between, I'd say, probably 8 to 10 people who listen to the podcast.
Oh, that's wicked.
Which is quite a lot really at an outdoor expo. It was lovely. So, shout out to the dude as well who works at Exposure Lights. The first person I bump into at the show, he's like, "I recognise your voice." No, I drove up to him and I was like, "Do you know where you go to park to get... to like unpack?" And he was like, "I recognise your voice." And I was like, "Oh yeah, Pornhub fan, are we?" And he said, "No, podcast." Nope. And I was like, "That's me." So
there you go.
A bunch of people, a few really, really nice people. There's a dude called Rob who was lovely who came over and said hello.
Oh, so, sick.
A lot of people. Really nice.
I'm glad. Excellent. So,
how's your week been, man? Tell me about you. Anything else you want to talk about? Sorry,
where did I last week had even left by then?
No, he's left on Friday. So you've had a full Friday, whistle stop. I can't say it. Whistle stop.
He did. Yeah, he came over. Is what you're trying to say? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was it was full 7 days, and I did my best to pack the days. I've already talked about that on the podcast. But yeah, anyway, so we packed the days. We're double riding every day. Yeah. To the point where I actually had to have a day off biking. I was a bit like, it was a bit much. But we had a wicked time. We had a really, really fun time.
I like the idea that even Leaves just like, it's like the mecca of mountain biking in the Surrey Hills. There's always something going off. Yeah. There's always people around to ride with. I love that.
Exactly. And then you'd come and move her and he'd be like...
The phone doesn't ring too often when you move here.
Do you know, it is actually
people are working too hard to pay for their expensive houses.
It is good, though, because it's good to be happy with what you got. And when you have someone come over and you put effort into showing them all the different riding and stuff, it makes you... I think it's the key, isn't it? The key is to be happy with what you got. And if you can summarise what you have and be stoked with it and feel 7 days of riding, then we had a wicked time anyway. And I was, I do like...
Dude, same like today. I've had 3 days technically. I left on Friday. Rough days being indoors, in Birmingham. Nothing wrong with Birmingham, but fuck Birmingham. And I literally could not wait to get home, and just go outside and go walk the dog and swim and do whatever I've done today. It's funny, isn't it? Like you say, it's literally on your doorstep.
I find it really funny. I drive around and so let's say I go to Birmingham. I go to the NEC. I spend a week in the NEC in air conditioning. When I leave, I go literally straight from the NEC to the whatever it is. One, is it? Quickest way home.
M42.
M42, quickest way home.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm just like, God, shit, I couldn't live here. I'm literally going along a motorway and then to an exhibition hall. And then in my head I'm like, yeah, absolutely couldn't live here. No one lives in a fucking exhibition hall, Ollie. And no one lives on the M42. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stop being a bug. Yeah. Like, there's nice places all over. You're just not seeing them. You're going to the shitters.
Totally. And the NEC is a bit of an anomaly too, because it's in the middle of kind of nowhere. It's not really in Birmingham. Yeah. It's kind of just on its own, and it's like a little resort world thing. It's just got like bad food and like just
NEC's
bad things.
Got brand names though of spots, hasn't it? It's got like Starbucks, food-wise? Let's say, yeah.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of those. Yeah. It's got like we went to Pizza Express, which was actually pretty good. Shout out to the guys at Red Bull for hooking that up. So
Shout out to Pizza Express, that's right.
Shout out Pizza Express for the calzone. Very, very good.
Shout out to the calzones out there, the folded pizza. That's right. They're basically a folded pizza. We get a bit more ingredients. We put that straight in the folded pizza. We fold that sucker right up. Okay, shout out to calzone. Okay. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of XL Centre, where they've just banned any brand. So there's no brand, and it's like a graphic design project. It's like, right, we'll get the curry over there, so we do a curry logo there. We'll get Chinese food over here. We'll do a Chinese food logo over here. Coffee, we'll do a fancy coffee, and then we'll do a quick coffee. We'll do two different coffee shops. One's fancy, one's
and
quick.
It's all owned by them, probably their own stuff.
Exactly.
Wow,
so it's like the 20p more for the fancy coffee. It's quite weird. You just go through every single spot. If you're there for like a week, you go through every single spot. Like.
That's tough. Tell you what though, dude, I know I went on a little bit of a rant about this afternoon, and I'd love to hear people's thoughts on whether this is dope or nope or not.
Yeah.
Cashless society is the worst thing. It is the worst thing.
That was cashless, was it in the NEC?
It was pretty much 100% cashless, and I had a few conversations with people. Obviously, as I was there, people come up, they want to buy stuff off you.
Yeah.
And they say, do you take cash? And I'm always like, I laugh and I'm like, yeah, of course we do. It's money. You know, I'm a son of a car dealer. Of course we take cash. We should only take cash. And then, I met a lot of people, a lot of builders and people like that were like, I brought all this money and no one will take it off me. Like, I can't even buy lunch.
At a trade show. Very annoying. Yeah, that is annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what you used to do, innit? You go take some cash, you do a deal. You know?
Absolutely, yeah. So I just looked up. Sweden isn't a completely cashless economy, but it nearly is. It's the closest way. It's the closest place now.
But what pisses me off is how did we get to this, and why is it acceptable that it can be a thing? Because so the first experience I had of this was we went on the Friday, so we did set up and we went to a place, I think it's called Zizi's. It's like a chain restaurant. Zizi's, whatever it's called.
It's like Pizza Express fancy, isn't it?
I think, yeah, exactly. Go in there, can I get like 2 mojitos, like dry, whatever, two drinks. Yeah, so makes them, puts them on the thing. There you go, hand him over a tenner, and he looks at me like I've got 3 heads, and he's like, we don't take cash here. I was like, yeah, but it's money. Like it's got Queen's head on it. It's money. Like that's what we've used for years. He's like, yeah, there's no cash at all. There's no cash here at all. No cash on site.
Right, how about this? In 2023, Sweden is proudly becoming the first cashless nation in the world, with an economy that goes 100% digital. Currently, about 80% of Swedes use cards, with 58% of payments being made by card and only 6% made in cash. How interesting is that? So they're like stoked on it.
Yeah, but this is the thing. The government shouldn't know that there's only 6% of things being paid for in cash. That's the point. They don't know it's happening.
Yeah, well,
right?
You pay tax, dude.
This is what this. Look, cash is
king. You literally are just moaning about paying tax.
No, I'm not moaning about paying tax. It's the fact that that's what people have paid me in for years, and that's what. And I like feeling it. There's nothing wrong with not like I'm not a pervert. I don't rub it on myself, but like I like to feel that I've got money. Like I like to feel.
I know what you're saying, dude. It'll be a real shame when all cash goes, but it will. It will, won't it? It will. It's
Yeah,
no longer.
yeah.
It doesn't hold any value anymore. It's already stupid. It used to be that the actual you get a coin and you melt it down and it'd be worth that. That's the whole point in it, isn't it? Now it's bits of like plasticky weird paper. It doesn't hold any
true.
actual. Like it's all. To be honest,
It's only worth what you say it's worth.
yeah.
basically.
To be honest, it's already gone in a weird way, isn't it? You know, like the materials, like even those notes. Then they're like promises of. Originally, a note was a promise of a coin, wasn't it? And a coin is a favour.
That's what a lot of it was. It was a favour. So you'd give if I don't know, did something for you to say it's basically an IOU. Here's a piece of paper or a coin which shows that I will do the same back to you in the future when it's required. Really good book called Sacred Economics. If anyone gives a shit, really good book.
There you go.
Couldn't tell you what it's about.
But so ultimately, even the bit of paper is only to swap for the raw material in a coin shape, isn't it? So it's like, it's weird, isn't it? It is really peculiar. And then I guess that goes hand in hand with our last lunch and learn, which was Bitcoin, cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I guess.
You know?
I feel like I understand the cash thing more. I understand.
Yeah, but it is the new cash, isn't it? Is it? I don't know. Maybe.
Apparently. I mean, dude, it seems that way. The fact that they can... I don't know, I feel like there should be some sort of run-up to this, and maybe I've just missed it. But there should be some sort of, like, phasing out. Or not even phasing out, of just, like... Even telling you before you've ordered stuff. Like, that. It's insane to me that you can order something and they just expect that you're going to pay on a... You know, whatever.
I see what you mean, yeah.
A card or people swiping watches and stuff. It's dude, it's too weird for me. I don't know. Am I just getting old?
No, it has been something that's been creeping for a long time, though, hasn't it? I think.
Yeah.
I think what it's saying in Sweden is it's still for like small things like maybe bus fares or.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I honestly think good fucking riddance to the stuff because I never have it when I need it. It's just annoying. So. For me personally, when I arrive somewhere and I'm like, I want to fucking pay for it, and they're like, oh, sorry, we only take cash. What do you mean you only take cash? That's too annoying. I have the money.
Yeah, it is.
You know.
Yeah.
So I agree with you, and I also.
Thank you.
Find
would love to hear people's thoughts on that.
Yeah,
I'd love to hear people's thoughts on
as well. Yeah.
Because again, having spoken to people almost like you're working in a shop for 2 days, some people are like, oh, I don't have cash. I've not had cash for years. Some people are stood there with a pocket full and are like so confused that they can't use it.
Yeah, it's like a spectrum of people, isn't it? I mean, I don't even have a wallet anymore. I just got my phone. I don't always even carry my card.
Really? See, I've never done that. I don't put my card on my phone.
Do you not?
No.
Dude.
No. I don't.
So, like, the face stuff is so safe.
I don't like that either. I don't use the face thing.
I'm
not a full tin hat. I'm not. But like,
no, not at all.
There
Deeks
is
doesn't
an
either.
interesting
Deeks
show I
with
listen
his
to.
phone. But you just do it.
Really?
I was against it, and I would pay with my card, even though I had my phone and I had it set up. But then you just it gradually becomes, it creeps, doesn't it? Shit like that just creeps. It becomes normal. And now I check for my left pocket has my keys, my right pocket has my phone. That's it.
Really?
Nothing else. Yeah.
And the middle pocket houses the junk.
The junk,
I think,
dude. The ballpark pouch houses the junk, the goodies.
I don't know. I can't remember exactly. I wish I had the facts to hand on this, but apparently the actual Face ID technology, you know, that it looks at your face, is quite dangerous for your actual face.
For your face,
it's not a good thing.
I thought it was just
because
the camera.
It emits some sort of no. It emits some sort of like radio thing at your face to figure out.
Yeah, it would make sense because if it's a camera, then you could just hold a picture of the person that you're trying to hack into their phone, couldn't you?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, you could. Yeah, there you go. So
I
don't know, man. It just seems a bit weird to me. I listened to something ages ago. I think I've plugged this stuff before. He's called Darin O'Lean. So he's the guy that did the show with Zac Efron on Netflix,
right?
Where they went around the world and they did all different things. You know that guy? So he does a really good podcast about fatal conveniences, and it's all the stuff that we use because it's convenient that's actually really detrimental to your health. And one of those things was the Face ID thing. And I remember listening to it and thinking, that makes total sense, and I'd never use that. So I haven't. Never have.
There you go. So you just have yours just a password.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can still have your bank hooked up to just a password.
Yeah, you probably could. Yeah, again, never done it. I've never even put my bank on my phone at all. I think I did it actually when it first came out, but the limit was really low, wasn't it? Was it like a tenner or something?
Yeah, it was,
like that?
wasn't it? Now,
and it was just pointless. It was just like, you know, if most things are over a tenner. So, especially in my world.
I remember having such a fat... Well, you probably still do. I used to have such a fat wallet full of like business cards and photos and shit and like... Well, cash, I guess. And now I don't, and now I'm annoyed when places require cash or coins for like trolleys in airports.
Yeah, that's true. Like cash, you know, if we go cashless, how do you do that? I guess there still has to be pound coins kicking around.
Well, there are trolleys in airports now that have the bloody
oh please,
contactless payments. Yeah, there are. And then there's like even the pump at my local service station has contactless payment for £1. So, yeah,
no way. Does it really?
Yeah. It's going that way, dude, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
It is
I'm not going to stop it. I'm out with my wad of cash. It's like, no, wait.
As soon as you run out of the
still
cash,
got money to spend.
As soon as you run out of the cash, you'll be like, I might download it on my fucking phone. I'll give it a go, see what it's like.
Probably will, dude. Probably will. Need to stop trading cars that are still £1,000 because there's no way there's no way people are bank transferring that. I don't think it doesn't seem like a thing that people do.
I don't know. I've bought cars before, and you like transfer it, and then you have to wait there awkwardly, like waiting for it to come through.
It's not come yet.
Because like both parties are like, God, there's a con here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I promise I've sent
like,
it, mate.
Can he revert it? He must be able to revert it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
You're just chaining people to the radiator till it's cleared.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm putting you in escrow. You put the money in escrow. No, you're going in escrow. We're gonna wait.
When I bought my car, it was I was in a field in Gloucester, and transferred the money over to him, and then there was just this like awkward wait, and his phone had shit all signal, and you could watch him. You only watch an old person, or when Benny watches us do something on a computer, or when we watch an old person. I could tell you, I can tell when Benny's watching me do something. He's just like,
yeah,
so frustrating. I was just watching this old boy trying to log into his online banking. And it's so frustrating. He's just clicking the wrong stuff and just like logging out, and you're like,
I had a funny interaction with a Gen Z person as well, which I just remembered on Sunday. Yeah, this Gen Z person came over with his mum. He must have been around Benny's age, maybe a little bit younger actually. He's quite smartly dressed, nice looking kid. Came over with his mum. That sounded weird. Nice looking kid. Apologies for that. Came over with his mum. I should have said nice looking mum, really. Nice, yeah, lovely looking mum. Comes over, and she's asking about, you know, underwear, and I'm talking about it and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, these will be really good for you." He plays rugby.
Yeah.
Didn't look like a rugby player. He looked like at all just a nerd. So she's like, "Oh, they'd be really good." And he was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Do you want some?" And he was like, No, I don't want them. No. So there was this like awkward like standoff where I was like, all right, it's cool, like no worries, doesn't really matter, it's fine. And then he goes, do you do influencer seeding? So I went, yeah, we do, yeah, you probably have to reach out, like go through the Saks Underwear Instagram account, like send us some details about what you do and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we do, you know, influencer seeding again, we've got Jamie Oliver, you know, we got all these people involved. And he's like, okay, yeah, I'll do that rather than buy them, I'll send you the details. Okay. About 10 minutes later, the message comes through, obviously, because
I bet you were interested after that, yeah.
I was actually. I was like, who the fuck's this
He's
kid?
a rugby influencer.
He tried to flex pretty hard, dude. He was like, nah, I'll get in touch and we'll work something out. And I was like, all right, we'll see.
Your mum's buying him anyway.
He had, I think it was 54 followers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was just taking photos of, like, USB cables. He reviewed USB cable.
There you go. How interesting.
And he was trying to blag himself a pair of underwear to review. Bless him, dude. Respect the flex. I'd have been doing the same thing if I was a kid. You know, there was a bike show, and I'd have been probably doing the same thing.
I'd just be like,
yeah,
go on, mum, please.
Go on, mum.
For my next birthday.
Get me some nice underwear.
For my birthday next year.
Yeah, please. So yeah, he went for it. I'll send it you.
Oh, good on him.
I don't want to call him out on it. It's not fair, but it was kind of funny.
That is funny, isn't it? Yeah, you can't go putting his handle up on this.
He probably listens, dude. Sometimes this thing blows me away. Someone will be like, I know him.
Another fucking
I go to school with him.
Right. We have our fantasy teams to talk about, but I reckon it's worth waiting until we have our World Cup resident expert in.
Yeah. And shout out to all the podcast family who went over there, and we've got the biggest league on Pinkbike, which is pretty cool.
Dude, that is so good. So anyone listening who hasn't signed up, it doesn't come easily for me to sign up either. I find that sort of stuff very difficult, as Davey knows. It's very very hard for me to fill out any sort of computer anything. Let's keep it going. I reckon it's good us having the biggest league. That's sick, isn't it?
It is cool. I think, if I'm not mistaken, by the time this comes out, you've got to have already signed up.
Really?
I think today is the last day.
Really?
I think
wow!
so.
So
I might be
that
wrong.
means we're just the biggest league. That means we are.
I don't think you can chop and change leagues.
Are we guaranteed the biggest league now?
I think I'm just going to double check, mate. Make sure we've got the biggest league, because it wasn't a thing we were actually trying to get, but it is kind of cool that we did get it. Though,
no, it is cool. Yeah, we got the. We're the. Yeah.
I don't know how you find join league. Yeah, dude, we're up there. 273 people in our league.
Oh, what a league it is!
What a league! That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, that is Thank you to everyone. That wasn't on purpose at all.
No, maybe we should plug a few more entrants before it's too late. I'll post something. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it over 300. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Would we want it? Join Ollie's fantasy league.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so did Pink Bike come out and acknowledge it, or what? What do you think?
I wonder.
Did Pink Bike come out and acknowledge it and say we blew up the fantasy thing a little bit?
Dude. That's 300 people that weren't necessarily gonna. Yeah, come on.
They weren't playing, dude. Nah. They probably don't even ride bikes.
They came in for the crypto.
They came in for the Bitcoin.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got right. Well, let's go through our fantasy teams. I'm interested. Have you changed yours up? You can change it up now.
Nah, I won't be changing it. I promise you that, man. I promise you from all of my heart.
You reckon you got? I haven't looked at yours yet. Have you got a good chance? You reckon? Is yours like a being competitive one?
I ain't looked at yours either. I don't know, man. I just went for people I like. I mean,
that's really what I did. I was wondering whether you were doing like a really.
Nah, not really. No. Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I'm not saying that the people in my team aren't going to win. Let's just say that, because I know a few of them listen to the podcast. That's not what I'm saying. But I didn't really think about it. Let's put it that way. I wasn't like, fuck, I think this guy's going to do it.
Do you have money left over?
No, I spent every single penny.
Good on you. I had a bit of money left over. Yeah, I was going to spend it on merch.
Oh yeah,
for my team.
Yeah, it's a good shout. No, dude, I've got 25 grand remaining. I just figured out how to look. Yeah. You know what? I might have to make a little change, but I'll tell you why.
See, I knew he was going to make a change.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah, well, tell me why when our resident expert comes in just after this ad break, right?
Yeah, after I read. Where's Bren there?
Nah, is he fucked?
Why have we done an ad break then?
I just thought we could stop and then it makes it.
Oh right, have a break.
You all right, mate?
I used all of a sudden stopped. Okay.
I thought we'd run. Well, the thing is, we'd run out of stuff. Really. Next, we're moving on to World Cups, right?
That's true, man. Yeah, we could sit here for hours.
I thought, well, we want to do watch. I thought, well, we want to do watching and listening with Bren. We want to do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll stop this. Shall I stop this now? That's hilarious. Gays! Crack a cold one, dude.
You just crack one, I'll have one as well.
Yeah, let's crack one, man. Listen up, Ollie. The sun is starting to shine again, and it's time to get our days back. We have made our way through the cold and dreary months of a UK winter, and now it's time to start making the most of the longer days, the sun, and the dry trail conditions.
Dude, I can't wait. I love it when it's sunny out and I can go on 2, sometimes even 3 rides in a day. That's right, I'm a 3 rider. Sometimes I'm a triple dipper. What can I
say? But what don't you want, dude? You're going to be out there having fun, making the most of your days, but what don't you want?
Well, when you're triple dipping, you can't be wasting any of your day. So I'm not gonna be lying in bed hungover, feeling sorry for myself, Davey. That's what I'm not going to be doing, dude.
And me either, dude. We're trying to be better people these days, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Making the most of each moment.
That's right. So that's why we have partnered with the legends at Days Brewing. Days makes beer for doing. There's nothing better than having a cold one at the end of a long day when you're out doing fun stuff, or even when you're recording a podcast, man. There's nothing better than cracking a cold Days.
Cheers, mate. Cheers
But
to that.
sometimes you don't want to feel the effects of alcohol, or maybe you don't want to drive home after enjoying one too many beers with your friends.
No, absolutely. The cool thing about Days is that it's 100% alcohol free. That's right. 0.0000000% alcohol free.
Wow. That's incredible.
It is.
Tell me more.
Well,
Tell me more.
basically, it's naturally double fermented to create a balanced flavour with an incredible aroma. Sniff it now.
Smells incredible, man,
Doesn't it?
to be fair.
That's because it's only made of natural ingredients. It's plant-based, so it's ideal for the vegan members, and it's brewed in Scotland using locally sourced water and ingredients. Days also gives 2% of its sales to organisations that empower fresh thinking towards mental health, mirroring the duty that alcohol companies pay the government as tax. There's also the fact that Days are a B Corp, which means they're like sustainable and stuff.
That's incredible to hear, man.
Yeah.
What a company.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's why we partner with them. We only partner with the best people, man. We only come at these our listeners with the right stuff.
Dude, honestly, it's like
So-
having a beer but without the downsides.
Really is.
It is.
So let's do a little deal for our podcast family members, shall we, my man? Let's line them up, link them up, hook it up. Here's what we're going to do for the podcast family, Ollie. Head to daysbrewing.com.
Is that daysbrewing.com?
Select a few. daysbrewing.com.
Thank you.
Select a few beers. Personally, I recommend the taster pack or the mixed pack. Either or. Both are good. Get a couple of each. Enter the code TRC Days.
TRC Days?
TRC Days.
Okay.
And that is going to knock off a whopping 15%.
Are you serious?
15% off beer?
Sounds alright to me.
Holy. Sounds
Let's
alright
get
to me
out
as well,
there
mate.
and make the most of our days, folks.
Let's get out there. Cheers, Days.
Cheers. We can do a proper intro. We can be like, welcome back to the show. And joining us now is our World Cup downhill analyst, Brendan Fairclough. Round of applause, everyone.
Put a shot of vodka.
Round of applause. Cheers. God bless. He's taking time out of his busy pre-World Cup schedule to come and hang out and chat. No doubt.
I'm not busy.
Garbage.
Are you flying tomorrow or driving?
Yeah, flying tomorrow morning.
Bit busy.
Wow.
Are we on the online now?
You got stuff. Yeah, we're on.
Yeah.
We're on the online.
Yeah, it doesn't change, does it? The
We're on
vibe
the
doesn't change.
internet.
It kind of just stays the same, I think.
How come we don't get like headphones and stuff?
Well, because you didn't have the little thing that plug.
I didn't have it.
Yeah, he said he had it, so I didn't. I stopped my search.
No, this is better like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we both have headphones on.
Oh,
And we let
but
we
can
let
hear
Benny
everything.
sort it out. We'll let Benny sort it out in post.
The best thing you can do though is the best thing about it. If you have headphones on, why all the podcasts do it is so you don't talk over each other.
Ah, right.
Apparently so. Yeah, apparently that's true. And apparently on other podcasts you can hear your voice way clearer. So like you can actually really hear yourself talk, if that makes sense.
Oh, it's
Just like-
creepy. You hear all your mouth do weird noises and stuff.
Yeah. All that stuff.
Oh.
Turn my phone
Yeah.
off now. We're in the game. We are.
Now we're in the game.
We're in the inside.
So as World Cup analyst, like we need your sort of like input. We've got. Oh, did you know we've got the biggest pink bike fantasy league in the world? That's
course we
fair,
have.
isn't it, Davey? It's in the world, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Well,
we-
Pinkbike
we
do a
got the
fantasy,
biggest-
don't they?
Yeah, you can
And
get
you
like
can
a league.
you can have like teams, like you can create not teams, like leagues where people join different leagues, but you can only join 2 leagues. You can't have like loads of them. And we're the biggest. We're the biggest one.
in the whole world.
Literally have
Yeah.
no idea what you're talking about.
We're in a league.
The Ride Companion podcast.
Yeah, we've got a league.
How many people have you got in your league?
Dude,
Thousands.
thousands of millions.
I don't know actually. Last time I checked, there was like 270 something people.
Well,
in
what
there.
do they do? Just follow you and.
They're just in the running for the win.
Yeah, and it's like a separate league. So you've got like the global league, and then I guess you've got the separate league, which is our league, and then we're going to throw some prizes in and stuff.
Oh,
Maybe.
wicked! I'll chuck some prizes in.
There you go. What do we throw in? What you got? What you got? Cars, bikes. We're going big.
I'll find some gubbins to throw in the kitty. No.
You know what would be cool? I got a good idea. I don't know if you can do this. I'm just throwing it out there. Race jersey from Lords.
100%.
That's a sick idea.
Well, actually,
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's a mega present because the kit I'm riding in Lords is I've got 4 jerseys and 3 pants, and it's a one-off kit that was made for Rampage last year, which I obviously didn't compete at because I got injured. So instead of running at Rampage, I'm running it in Lords.
No way. That'd be sick, dude. If we could do that, that would be the dream.
Yeah,
but obviously, don't worry if it's.
Yeah, if you're strong.
No, I'll just take them. They're too tricked, yeah. So there'll be a one of 4 jerseys given away.
That's a really good prize.
That's a really good prize.
You said that in there. You just
cheeky.
Suggested that. It was quite. That he was
Cheeky.
live, and you just suggested that. That's quite,
You can't back out, can you?
no.
No, that's a winning present.
Do you remember doing that when you were
thank
younger? You like ask. So if you want something in a shop, you wait till someone else is around and then you ask for it because then your mum can't. Yeah, because then your mum can't be like no. She has to be like oh, go on then. You can both. Yeah, you know, like can we have ice creams, mum? And like normally she'd be like absolutely not, and then she has to do it. So yeah, good.
Yeah, mine was just like no. No, fuck off. No, not having it.
Oh, have you got your team up here, Davey, to look at?
Yeah, I've got mine here. Or do you mean you want it to look at?
Wow, I'm 200 grand on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't get out of bed for that, would you?
Real bad deal.
Right, so
Wasting money on me.
No, you can't have that. Come on.
I wonder if
Positivity,
you
dude.
can't. Oh no, it would be cool to see if you could click on like the rider name and then see how many people have chosen you. That would be kind of cool. How many people have chosen
I wonder.
that person?
So this is your team, Ollie.
Yeah, this is my team. Read out my team. This is you gave me this team.
Bren, Bernard, Benoit, Cade,
Noga and Michaela.
There you go.
Seems like a good team.
Yeah, I think it's solid. You
I
came
think so.
up with a lot of those.
I think.
Who knows?
Noga and Michaela, you came up with.
Well, I mean, I had big hopes for Bernard. He's been training like hell. Good rider. He's been on it, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has been on it. Yeah.
But then he got smoked at a little race the other week in France, which was weird. But I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah.
So keep him on there.
And I think with fantasy,
is going to be on it.
Yeah.
Brendog.
With fantasy, it's not about picking. I don't feel like it's about picking the winners. It's about getting. It's about getting the ones that are like a good bargain at like 200 grand that are going to sneak in the top 10 or something.
Yeah.
Innit?
I think Cade's going to be good. Oh yeah, because how much money do you get?
I don't know.
I actually don't know. I had a bit left over.
Yeah, I've got a bit left over as well.
I was thinking of getting key rings and then like
Merch.
my team, and then little giveaway things that you spin around and make a noise. I was thinking
for the extra money that you didn't spend.
Yeah, I had like extra 50 grand or something. I was just going to spend it on key. Yeah, just key rings really. Actually, yeah, just key rings. We'll just do key rings. Yeah.
All right. You do merch key
You've
rings.
got 25 grand left, haven't you?
How do you know that?
You told me.
Oh yeah, I've got 25 grand left. Yeah.
Who's on your
I
team?
did have a. So I've gone with Laurie Greenland, number 1.
Yeah.
Lucas Shaw, Chaos Seagrave, because Chaos is only 25 grand.
Is he?
Yeah, but
That seems cheap to me.
How much is Luca?
So Luca's 450,
How much is Laurie?
500.
Right, interesting.
What are these? These prices are just
I don't
based
know
on overall.
How much is Amory?
What from? Amory, I think the top's 500, and then it goes like down in 50k increments.
50k
I think.
So you reckon they do like 5?
Actually,
top 5?
Laurie,
Hang on, we can check.
Because the last couple
Oh, sorry, no, sorry, I'm lying to you. Loris and Loic are 575. Greg's 550. Who did you say? Amory.
Yeah.
525.
Weird.
Yeah, there's a few. I don't know how it's worked out.
Because
who knows?
the last couple of times I've been riding, trying to desperately get downhill runs in. We ride with like Joe Breeden, and his crew is like Joe, Charlie, Hatton,
yeah.
and those guys like do like they do a few like races in the off season where there's just like 5 or 6 of them. They do timing poles and they do
their
laps,
own ones,
their own races. Yeah,
sick, yeah.
So they'll go to Llangollen or Davi or wherever, and they'll like set a pole up and they'll do practice in the morning. They'll do race runs in the afternoon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I think Laurie's been winning quite a few of them this year. So I think Laurie, and those boys are mega fast, dude. They ride all those tracks all the time. They're so dedicated. It's good hanging out with them actually, because down here it's like we just go and cruise in the woods and like play around on stumps and like imagine pretend we could like do backflips off of stuff, and then you got there it's eating nuts, foam rollers, timing poles, and
Eating
like
nuts.
pressure gauges. You've got
pressure gauges.
You got shock pumps at work. You've got all sorts of gubbins.
Do you have shoes that are like both like a left and a right?
Now they have like race shoes and ones that are in boxes that are for practice. All sorts of gubbins going on. They've got apps on their phones with pressures on.
They have front wheels in every bike.
Mate, they have literally. They get their bike out and sometimes the pedals aren't nicked off of it. And it's like, for me, it's like a scary but cool atmosphere, because it reminds me of being like back in the day when I was like just 100% focused on it. But it's wicked. Like seeing those boys, like seeing how dedicated and into it those boys are, is really cool.
And like for me, I have like no intel at all on Laurie or anything. I just personally, for my fantasy team, I just thought he's on a Santa Cruz kind of works. I just think it fits him.
It does fit,
I think it'll just be a nice
cool.
little.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those where you can see it working, and I don't know. I think we spoke about that before. It's like, why do certain athletes end up on certain teams? They just fit, and I think it'll work.
Super interesting dynamic with him and Greg. I reckon that's going to be.
Yeah.
Might not be much talking going on.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Greg's one of the most competitive guy I've ever met in my entire life.
Hard person to be on a team with, you reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, you're on a team with him, weren't you? Of course. For a while. Yeah. On Honda.
Yeah. I'm not
and anywhere else?
a competitive guy.
Yeah, but it would have been different because you would have been a kid, whereas this is not the same. I
was in no threat to him at all. He was obviously fighting for World Cup overalls. I was the kid on the team, desperately trying to get top 20s or whatever. He would not even show me one line on the track.
Oh, really?
Not show me one line.
How interesting.
Like,
I love that.
His best trick, and he won't mind me saying, because he'll probably admit it. But I'll be like, dude, like that left-hand corner around that tree after the rock, that's so hard. I mess it up every run. And he'll be like, nah, that's my favourite section. And I'll be just like, oh, God, how is that his favourite section?
Just flexing.
So shit, that section is his favourite section. Oh, what do you think about this fork pressure? No, I wouldn't run that. And he's just so competitive.
No way.
But outside of racing, like, drink beers with him, have fun. But he is just the ultimate racer. The ultimate racer. He'll just do anything just to win, and that's why he is the greatest of all time.
It's funny, isn't it? As a team,
he'd
not really a team.
Me and Matty would go down and say, "Oh, Greg, can we do a lap behind you?" He'd be fucking going out round these trees and like over the rocks and shit, and we're just riding down, going, "Dude, there's no way you went out there. There's no way we're going off there. That's the line there."
Or just to tick you off, just to send him off.
No, just to like,
goose chase.
He wanted to follow us down the hill, so we'll let him follow him down the hill. But we just going around there and over there. And me and Matty at the time were just like, I mean, we're stupid, but we're not that stupid. We know that's not the line.
Yeah, that's so funny. It's interesting though, that people don't necessarily get to see that side of the riders, right?
Yeah, but
like, and we were talking about this again just before about there isn't really a show or a way that you get to know that. I mean,
it's not a team sport though.
This is Petey did a good job, but it's not it doesn't show you that aspect of it, does it? Like the competitive side of Greg
No,
or
but I mean,
whoever.
what you've got to just think of is like prime example, like Drive to Survive, Formula One. Everyone's got a teammate, but very rarely do you get a team where the two drivers get on really well with each other, because you're both getting paid to do a job. The guy that's debatably second in the team hasn't come on just to stay second in the team. He's come on to steal tips and tricks and everything off from number one to overtake him. There's
really, it's the person you're most competitive with in like motorsports.
That's
it's
what
like
they say. You've got to
person...
beat your teammate first.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You feel like it was like that ever in your
yeah, but not with Sam though. Not with Sam Hill. Never.
Why? Because he's just Sam Hill.
Yeah, and he's just the greatest, isn't he, of all time, in my opinion. But it never felt like that. It never felt. I did only beat him a handful of times.
Was
when
it
I was
weird?
On the team. Nah, wasn't.
He was all right about it.
He's fine. He was just he's fine about it. But it happened so seldomly that When was that time that at Maribor, me and him qualified? Well, he qualified first. I qualified second. And he had that big crash. He got the rock garden in Maribor, and there's a flat pedal on the fire road, and he went straight on into the woods, like got snarled up. Had to get his bike out, get back on the track, and he still got fifth, and I got third. But I mean, no, he's he's not really like that. But he's just quiet and subdued.
It's not very relatable to a lot of people. That's the thing, is it? Like, it's not many times in your life that you're in that position where not only is, I guess, bragging rights on the line, but so is money and contracts
Huge amount
and
on the line.
everything.
Your next year's job is on the line.
They've there's meant to be a talking of Drive to Survive for mountain biking. There's meant to be one for the Tour de France next year.
Is there?
They're calling it the Drive to Survive of the Tour. But obviously, every sport wants a drive to survive, doesn't it? It's like
to survive. It can be.
Inject to survive. I like it.
Have you watched Drive to Survive?
Dope to survive,
Davey.
Nah, dude, I've not had time. Like, it came out like last Friday, didn't it, or something? I've not had time to watch it at all. I watched a little bit of the F1 race this weekend, but it just doesn't do anything for me. I watched the start, peace out for a bit, and then watched the last few laps when whoever it was did the little
highlight reel.
Yeah, it just doesn't do anything for me. I have tried, and that Drive to Survive really does a lot for the sport, right? It glamorizes it, it makes it look super interesting, but the reality of it is, for me, it's 70 boring laps of cars going around, almost in procession most of the time.
Yeah,
so
I loved that. We weren't into it before. Me and Hannah weren't into it before. We watched that and we're both like frothing on it.
I'm exactly the same. It's 100% made it interesting.
Because you start like.
But has it made the races interesting for you?
Learning, even like the mechanics and team managers and everything. I thought it was really, really well done. I love that.
Can you imagine it in downhill?
Do you watch the races, Ollie?
Sorry, mate.
Do you watch the races? I'm
highlights
the Formula One
guy,
races
most
now.
of the
Then?
time I am. Yeah, I'm highlights guy.
So watch the YouTube highlights.
I have watched the races and I enjoy it. When you're with like a group of people watching it, I think it's good. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But,
qualifying highlights on Friday or Saturday, whenever it was, got 1 million views in an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Did it really? Holy. You see, that is all the Netflix people, surely, like, coming over to see what it's all about, like, super fans. Yeah.
And obviously, I don't know whether you know, there's like loads of new rules this year. Do you know about that?
Yeah, the cars are different too, right?
Different. There's like low profile tyres on them. There's like loads of different rules.
It's such a shit show. You see people playing with bikes, right, at the World Cup, worrying about. You see at F1, they've got this, like in this year they've got the ground effect rule or ruling, and the cars are porpoising.
Please, Ollie, what is the ground effect rule?
I don't understand anything, dude, but it's like the car is sucked to the floor. It used to be like it back in the 80s, I think, or something like that. And So when you have ground effect, you also risk something called porpoising, which is where like the car, the air, it sucks the car down as you go faster, and basically it sucks it to the point where it actually ends up being too much, and the car goes into almost like a stall, like an aerodynamic stall, and it means the car does this like porpoising thing. So have you seen some of the clips of them making passes? Insane, dude. Cars are coming into the corner and they're just like dun, 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 dun. But Benz has got it bad. Has got it bad, and obviously after being so dominant, they're like sucking. They got gifted a podium.
That's Hamilton's team, isn't it?
But it makes it interesting.
They did, because the Red Bulls.
The Red Bulls both. But I mean, the Red Bulls both died as well.
Yeah,
that wasn't down to aerodynamics.
Yes.
Yeah.
It seems like quite a drastic change into a sport. Like, there's not many sports where they come in and it's almost like with football going, we're going to make the goal like half size, and you're like, I've been practicing my whole life to drive.
There's such a specific little amount of time to test.
Yeah, it makes it so.
3 days in Barcelona,
it's weird, isn't it?
And 3 days in Bahrain or something like that.
It's really limited, isn't it? But did you see any of the highlights? Did you see some of the passes? Because this year they've made it so the cars give off less dirty air, so it's more advantageous to slipstream. So we should get way more battles, and you saw a bit of that, didn't you?
Yeah,
you saw like Verstappen and Leclerc go after it. It was so sick. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm already out. Like, I've got one foot out the door, and I didn't even watch the first race. I watched about 3 laps. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully Yeah, of course, dude. Yeah. I mean, of course. Supercross has been awesome this year. It's been legit, like a good series to watch. I think with Jet coming in and being healthy, and, his dominance is just exciting to watch. Like, that's impressive to fall off in a heat race and still win. Like, that's insane.
It, actually.
Oh man, what the hell? You set me up for that.
Any of the Supercrosses this year? I need to.
What was your view on the Bam Bam pass and Anderson?
Oh man, great topic. What was my view, dude? I think I actually watched the press conference for the first time ever because I was interested to hear what he said about it. And I'm with him. It's just racing. He didn't go in there all guns blazing for a takeout. He just took the line away. Anderson almost didn't see him coming, ran into him a little bit.
I'm with you.
I think it's just racing.
But it depends on the camera angle. Have you seen some passes? Yeah. Do you remember some passes with like Bubba and Reed? And it looks like someone is travelling backwards up the lane if you look at it from a certain angle, and it did have elements of that, didn't it?
And I think the fact that he held his hand up after made it look worse than what it was, because he was like, "Oh, sorry," and that made him look like the guilty guy. But I think in the press conference he was just like, "It is what it is. It's racing." I don't know. I've not really looked, to be honest. I only watched it this morning because I've been away all weekend, so I only watched it. Usually it's like my Sunday morning thing, coffee, sit and watch Supercross. But I only watched it this morning, so I've been trying to avoid social media a little bit because I didn't want any spoilers. But I don't know. No doubt he will, right? I mean, Bam Bam, innit? It's kind of what he's made his reputation of a little bit. It's kind of his vibe, isn't it?
It's Bam Bam.
No. But it wasn't. I don't know. I just think it's racing. Whatever. It wasn't crazy dangerous or anything like that.
With the rules taken out though, it'd be insane. The passes and the violence.
Oh, you mean it's just like T-Bone Central? And they should just do like long straights with hairpins at the end of them.
Zorbing.
No,
Zorbing around a Supercross track would be quite good though, wouldn't it? It's stuck in the woods.
They just drive around until their cars. The last one of those cars. Working.
Bumper,
you've got it. It's all up north.
Demolition Derby.
Not Dodgems. Like,
Demolition Derby.
No,
something else, is it not? Banger Racing.
Banger Racing.
Banger Racing, but with motorbikes, so it's a large bike left on the track.
We call it the A1 up here.
We've successfully not talked about Downhill World Cup, haven't we? Right, what's Lords like, for instance? Like, so you've done one at Lords before. What's the track like?
I've had a sick there before.
Yeah. What's the ground like? What is it? What is the track?
typically like we wouldn't. It feels like it's like quite clayey and like rocky, but the rock is so slippy when it's wet.
Right.
So it's really, really not. I don't even know if I'm in bee practice or not. But that would be so shit if I'm in bee practice, because then you got to practice really early in the morning and it's real dewy and wet makes a huge difference. But the track is good. It's like fairly short, full on, loads of big compressions, a few jumps apparently. The first like 20 seconds is horrible. It's just this real janky rock section. But I'm for being like the most unprepared guy this year, it's a good track for me to start. So yeah, it's just been a weird 6 months. I've just been so off it since I crashed in Lenzerheide. Just head's just not wanting just to go fast down a hill with rocks on it. Weird, like out of all the injuries of my entire career, that definitely wasn't the worst one, but it's like put me back the most, and I was just like,
Really,
yeah, big time. Just not enthused to go fast, and I think it's mainly because like it happened and I didn't really know, there was no kind of rhyme or reason. Like obviously I'm to blame, like I can't blame anything else or anyone else, but it's like I'd have gone through that same thing, the same speed, doing the same thing 100 times and not change anything. And I feel like that time I just, something happened and I just land on this massive rock and it sucked. And the whole like when I was on the floor, like screaming in pain, just like scraping my leg with dirty gloves, because I was convinced I'd broken my femur. So I was trying to feel for the bone, and I was just rubbing all this dirt into it, not subconsciously. Like, and anyway, paramedic came over, just shouting at me, compound femur fracture, compound femur fracture. And I was just like, dude, I don't think I have. So then anyway, like I laid back, just trying to deal with the pain, and then just getting constantly told I've got a compound femur fracture. I kept looking down, I can just see my whole leg opened up, to see bone, and I was like, well, it looks like a compound, but I'm not. I was like brushing my leg, trying to feel for it. I couldn't feel anything broken.
Really?
Anyway, then I got injected with ketamine, and then everything was good. And then when I was in the hospital, the surgeon came in and he was like, yeah, no fracture, just a simple 18 centimeter cut to the bone laterally, so it's actually not bad at all. They can stitch it up pretty quick. Bloody blah. But yeah, and then it all got obviously out of control and it got infected again. Yeah, that big. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a incense, or is that just massive drums?
Tape measure.
It looks like incense from here.
So yeah, and then but after that, I just obviously I had a month off recovery, and then it got infected again, and then another month off. I was actually off my bike for over 2 months, and then that was weird. That one is the one that's like put me off of it. But of the last 2 months, I've been riding a bit of downhill, getting into it, feeling pretty fast, loving it, loving biking again.
Yeah. Well, the last time I seen you, obviously last weekend, you were frothing after the little incremental 7mm.
I changed my bike.
Change
which
to the
is
bike.
The biggest change I've made on my bike in the last 4 years, and it's 7mm. It's like 7mm is nothing.
Can you do it with the incense stick, Ollie?
That's what it
Show us 7mm, please.
Dude, no.
When you see it like that, it's just
not
insane.
placebo, man.
Holy.
It's like you get placebo pissed off of these. That is not placebo.
Yeah.
I've always been the one that thinking testing is a bit of bullshit, like changing a PSI here, there. It's a load of shit, but I got on and suddenly I was carrying speed around bumpy corners, and I was just like, I felt like in the middle of my bike.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I didn't have to move so much. Anyway, I loved it. We went to go ride with Joe Breeden up at Llangollen, and then I went to Davi after. Did some time runs with Joe, and yeah, dude, it just felt good. So I've got zero expectations for Lords, but I just want to be back there, want to be enjoying it again, and yeah, it's see what we got.
I think it's looking like a wet race, which is
it?
good, isn't it?
Really, something really. I've been seeing two.
I checked today, actually. Have you checked today? I checked today and it
Yeah.
looked like dry again. It looks like Friday, Saturday, Sunday was dry again.
Oh, okay.
So,
Poor information, sorry.
Yeah.
but we've got Benny coming out, so he's going to do some dailies.
Would you
out
rather
there,
be
and,
like coming into the season?
Is coming out, so it's going to be good.
Would you rather be coming into the season with a bit of pressure, or do you think it's better to come in like you say, and you're just honest and just like, look, I'm a bit underprepared, no pressure. Let's just see what happens.
These days I'm just riding for myself. I'm just riding to be there and to be involved and to keep. I just love being at the races. It's so good. But going against the clock is for some reason the scariest and the best thing ever. So I haven't felt pressure from outside for a long time, especially coming into it. The pressure comes when you're at the race, but no, I don't feel any pressure.
Okay.
Like I said, I just don't want to let myself down. And this year I've got some other really cool priorities in mountain biking that we'll all know about fairly soon. But kind of my head and everything is built around getting that project as good as I can possibly get. And World Cup isn't like second in command, but is sort of like a secondary thing. So, but I've been so busy with sorting out this other big project that we'll know soon. So it's but yeah, no, it's all good. It's exciting. I just love being at the races and being in the mix. Being with the team. Like getting the vibe, getting the nervous vibe, getting the excited vibe. It's rad. It's cool.
For sure. Well, like, it's a bit of an interview question, this, so apologies. But, like, if you zoom out and you look at your career as a whole, where it's at now, and if you were to plot where you want it to go, like, what does it look like? How many seasons of downhill do you see yourself doing? And then, you're obviously the king of making awesome media away from racing, like content and stuff. So
yeah, but
is that more of a thing? Like,
the thing I do like away from racing is just because I wasn't excelling at racing at the time. It's like I was fighting for a top 3 in the overall. It was me, Gwynny, and Blinky. It was the year in my first ever World Cup season. I got 12th overall. Then I got 12th, and I got 12th, and I got 8th, and I got 8th, and I got 6th, and they were overall. So I've had plenty of years of like being in the mix, and and then I snapped my ACL, and then I was not in the mix, and then I came back in a bit, and then I wasn't, and then that's at the time I was thinking, shit, like it, is racing for me? When you're not in the top 10, top 15 mix every weekend. Shit, dude, it's hard to get motivated to especially when you've had all that, and when you have a good run, you come down and you're 2nd or 5th or 4th or whatever. Dude, the motivation's so high, it's so easy to stay motivated. You come down with a good run into 20th, dude, it's tough to stay motivated, and you think,
I bet.
Who gives a shit about 20th? Who gives a shit about 10th? No one. Like, I often say this, which is bad. There's both ways of saying it. But say I come down, say I got 5th in Lords, I'd be so stoked. People around me would be stoked. The team would be stoked. I'd be buzzing. But if you ask someone who got 2 weeks later or the next World Cup who got 5th at the last race, no one's gonna know. No one even remembers who got 2nd at the last race. As soon as it goes on to the next race, that's all that matters. No one remembers who got all those results. Yeah, 100%.
And that's why riding for yourself probably
is how you've got to think
more
of it.
important.
At the time, I was like starting to do some little filming projects, and other media events and stuff like that. And why I like them is because they had more of a shelf life. You could dig into YouTube and pick out Ollie Wilkins riding, doing a flip, for his Focus advert. Well, you can find that, and that can be relived. Whereas if Ollie Wilkins got 8th at Lords,
I mean, that would be quite good though as well.
that result is just forgotten so quickly, which sucks. Unless you win a World Cup without any breaks or no chain, or you win by 10 seconds or something. It's just like such insane cool shit. But the reason why I moved over a bit is just
it's hard to have
I
those
wasn't
memorable
excelling
moments
at racing anymore. I just wanted to find new avenues, and that's where I kept myself motivated to carry on. And that's just gone from racing into like filming, into now YouTube. I find fun, and then hopefully do another film in the future and whatever. That's how it just. And you can't make good money getting 30th at World Cups.
Yeah, and also but also like branching out and doing product stuff. Obviously with Death Grip, that's killed it. Like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it is interesting to see though where it's all going and where it will go. What's it like? What about for you, Ollie? Like, how do you think you've seen Bren's like mentality change over the years? Do you notice anything different? Does he look demotivated this year?
I don't know really.
You know
I just think. I mean, from my perspective, it's always just been, mate. I'm an idiot. I really, truly just enjoy fiddling around, like biking. It's not really a very serious thing for me. And also, like when I'm riding with you, it's not like we're that serious, you know.
No, never are.
So it's like, but there are elements of it, like a lot of training and shit in the past, and a lot of like, it has undertone. It's like hidden seriousness. But it's not. I don't know.
We've done sprints in the past.
Yeah. Do all kinds of stuff, but it's not. It just doesn't ever feel serious, does it? So I'm different. I'm obviously an idiot. I just treat it like a joke. But
we did a couple of rides the other day with Ivan, and it was like training rides. It was so good, just trialsing around, doing intervals, and we literally been 12 years old. But Ollie rides more than anyone I've ever met in my entire life. Like, he rides more than any professional athlete.
Yeah, but it's still fun.
No,
so
if
it's not fun, I wouldn't do it. So.
That's what I mean. Like,
you got to protect what's fun.
Often in the summer, Ollie would do 3 rides in a day.
Yeah,
so good.
Wonder when it'll run out, eh? I think about that, like ruining it. I wouldn't want to ruin it. It's quite fun.
Who knows?
Still, isn't it?
Mega fun. Yeah, I think, but that's also what we don't have in common is that I think of it as a job, and like I don't mind doing shit stuff, and I often think if I enjoy 50% of the rides I go on, that's enjoying 50% of my job. That's more than 99% of the world's population enjoy their jobs. Yeah. So, like, if there's like some filmy thing I have to that I don't want to do, or something that I don't want to do, I don't mind making half of it not fun, because then still 50% of it's fun. That's like amazing. Yeah. But
I do agree as well. I do do stuff. I think there's just a certain line I tread to not make it not fun. I don't know what it is. It's just like I've just got like something in my head that stops me from. I try and stop myself from ruining it. I don't know.
It's Ollie to find your way into that head.
Your attitude is really cool. It's insane. So you keep your eye on the media stuff as well, obviously, Bren. So what do you think of the Discovery takeover? Do you think it's positive or negative?
Oh yeah, I don't actually know too many deeds about it. I kind of only know stuff through talking to Ollie and through Ollie's conversations with Warner.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know how much.
I think already off the bat, that's kind of insane that like you don't know what's going on with it. That this has always been my point, almost from the start, that the people involved, the athletes, the people that people pay or whatever tune in to watch, don't really have much of a say in the whole thing. That just seems insane to me that like that's not a thing. The fact that there's no like group decision.
Yeah, but
I know it's money and corporations and stuff.
It's the same. I bet if you could go into Supercross and those guys wouldn't have any idea if it changed from Fox Sports to HBO or whatever.
True.
They're not going to ask Ken Roxon and Justin Barsh, what do you think about this change?
It's gnarly to think.
It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's gnarly to think that it is actually the sport that's being sold, though, because it can actually change a lot. It's not. It could be a big change.
Yeah, but I think they've only bought it so they can have the rights to the cross country. So,
Oh, really? Yeah.
So I think downhill probably detriment from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Um,
Like you say, Ollie, it's good. It's a fair point.
Already,
They've like
like-
bought the sport, and you'd like to think that obviously, Bren, it's your livelihood on this, on the line in a way. Like if people aren't
Yeah.
tuning in, the value goes down for surely, and also same for sponsors that are involved. I'm sure if you go to a corporate sponsor and say, oh yeah, we're gonna half the people watching, they're gonna be like, hang on a minute, no, that's not what we're paid for. Like we're in this,
Yeah.
to see the sport grow and be part of the growth. I don't know. It just seems a bit strange.
It's interesting. We're yet to see.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Yeah, hopefully it's better.
But it is a good one to speculate on, isn't it? Because who knows where, it could be. You could look back and think it's funny that we ever even questioned it. It might
Yeah.
be insane. We might be wearing VR headsets,
Yeah,
watching the live feed.
true.
yeah.
It's true. Who knows? It is, and it is speculation.
Yeah.
Obviously, at the moment, let's just say it is definitely speculation. But again, that seems weird to me that people don't know the details of it when it's something that
Yeah.
is quite a big thing.
We'll have a dig next week and let you know.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
you are our analyst.
You are
now.
the aim list.
Right, as our analyst,
You're the Daniel Blair.
Who is gonna take Lords? I
Um,
like that as a question, not an overall question. None of that. Just who's gonna get A1?
my boy, dude, Benny Coulage.
That's your pick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is he on your fantasy team, Ollie? I can't remember.
He is,
Of
dude.
course he is. Okay.
He is.
All right.
So, what is it that makes you?
Because he's a pure race. He doesn't give a shit what he looks like. If he does a whip, he's just. Apparently, he drives like an old Citroen Picasso around, just
Nice.
cruises up. He's just a
My
racer.
guy. I like
through
this
and
guy.
through. Yeah, and he doesn't give a shit what anyone thinks of him. He's just trained hard, works hard, built his way up through the ranks, like under the radar, then busted in the last couple of years. Yeah, I think he's all the off-season races he's been consistently up there.
Okay.
I think he's actually got second twice. He got second in the Portuguese Cup to Amory, like same second as him, and then he got second in that Baguette Championships last week, whenever it was,
Yeah.
to Loris, but same second, same 100th of a second. So he's due it, dude. He's a man.
taking
He's
a lot of people, isn't he?
He's a nice chap. Yeah, it'll be him, and yeah, it's a tough one. Tough one.
Is it just that? Are you just thinking insert another French name or what? At this stage?
It'd be stupid. not
Party
to put
John's
some
team's
money
all
on-
French. The whole thing French.
Yours is.
No, John's. Party
There you
John's.
go.
It'd be silly not to put money on Loris, obviously. I
Yeah.
reckon it's going to take Loric. What's his name? Specialised guy.
Loic.
Loic.
Right, our
So
analyst
not-
needs a pay cut, dude.
I reckon, in my opinion,
You mean
it's
the World Cup champion?
yeah, it's going to take him a few rounds to get up to speed.
Do you think?
I reckon, yeah.
How
Have we
much?
got any bike chat? That's a good point.
Well,
isn't
the
it?
thing
there
is
any
with the
bike chat?
Specialized one, they're on the same bike as last year, apparently.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah.
Because of production issues or whatever.
Yeah, most people are on the same bike.
I was going to ask you, does that make any difference? Do you think at all?
No,
No, I don't. Yeah,
nothing.
I don't feel like it.
Bikes change so minimally.
Yeah,
The biggest change that everyone's talking about this year is that my bike's 7 mil longer.
yeah, that's the one. Isn't it? That's the hot topic.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you got other chat. You got Bren's mixer.
Yeah,
But he switched it up. It's called
27 at the front.
it's called the
29
dude.
at
It's
the
called
back.
the switch mixer.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
What is it?
Just because typically the tracks are not very steep.
yeah. So you want it steep.
And
Yeah.
back in the day when I used to excel,
Yeah.
they were steeper and gnarlier. So I thought,
He's not stupid,
mix it
dude. He
up.
ran the numbers. You put a small wheel on the front, big one on the back. It makes it steeper, doesn't it?
Of course, more downward
no
force.
headset stackers. This is
Not-
right on there.
Just lean forward and let her rip.
Yeah.
You were even testing with the bars upside down, weren't you?
Yeah, I didn't like that so much, but no,
Dude, you know not to get into technical geometry stuff here. It's not. It's not our place. is it?
bike changes. What have we got? We've got Nothing good, really. There's a few common so would change their bike every 6 months. That's not really that important.
No.
What do they do? Like
Interesting.
linkage changes, weird little ones.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a few aluminium bikes up there, aren't there?
I was thinking that most of the bikes are aluminium.
Yeah.
Is that right?
You've got
Is there Commensal aluminium?
Commensal aluminium.
Yeah.
Trek aluminium. Canyon have got aluminium swing arms.
Right.
Specialized full aluminium.
Do you think it's a matter of just making little bits and so you can make changes, or do you think it's something like material, or
is carbon too stiff?
Yeah.
Like, all these boys like run their spokes so loose.
Interesting.
Everything's to try to get grip.
Right.
Yeah, well, thinking the other day how there's not many full carbon bikes left.
That is interesting, isn't it?
Obviously got the Scott, but we're testing some other bits for the swing arm, some aluminium bits for the swing arm.
Santa Cruz is carbon.
Santa Cruz full carbon.
Full carbon, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about
Wait and see.
if they're running alloy bikes, are they running carbon wheels or are they going back?
That's an interesting thought,
Who?
isn't it?
Any
What's the
team.
podium look like? Carbon or alloy wheels? Generally.
Half.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Half.
That's until the Switch mixer comes storming in, kicking in the door.
Yeah, and I'm doing aluminium front 27,
Big time. Yeah.
carbon 29er.
That's my boy.
That'd be funny if they mixed it up every round was like different wheel sizes. That'd be hilarious.
I mean, when I spoke to Envy, they were a little bit dubious about it, but I said, look, let's just do it.
Just roll with it.
Trust me.
Literally.
Watch this.
Better for whips.
Watch.
No, but we were thinking that. We were in Portugal the other day doing suspension stuff, and well, I liked calling it testing, but I was just more doing riding and just doing some tweaks.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, your fork, who needs... when you go suspension testing these days, they just turn the knobs and, like, put more air or less air in it. Whereas back in the day, they used to, like, revalve it and all that.
Yeah, right.
So now, it's not really suspension testing. It's like Geordie has a pump and a notepad with some numbers on it.
That's good. You can fly with that. That's all right.
Yeah.
Don't need a
Got a
box
good deal
of
now.
shims.
Fox testing. So if any time I feel like I'm out of my depth or shit hits the fan, I just be like, go and speak to Luca. Sure. I'm like,
Right.
"Oh, mate, how's it going? Yeah. Good off season. Yeah. So anyway, how much air have you got in? How much air have you got in your fork? How many clicks
Out of
on that?
interest.
Yeah.
You size him up, check he's like looking about the same weight
Yeah,
as
but
you.
I can't anymore because he's on Rock Shop. So
Oh.
probably won't be friends with him anymore.
Oh man. I feel like Greg's probably the hardest guy to work with.
World circuit to ride with, so I'm looking forward to doing some laps with him.
Who's that? Sorry.
Luca.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Have we got listener questions today, or should we do a lunch and learn? Right, we did lunch and learn last episode.
Dude.
Crypto. Mate, I've had a lot of positive feedback from it. So what we do
Have
is
you?
you pick a subject,
Yeah.
and then we try and learn as much about it. I've got one prepared. If you're up for it, we can do
mate,
it
if you've got one
together.
prepared, I'm happy to do it.
Should
It
we
just
do a
made.
lunch and learn?
Yeah, I like lunch and learn. It was fun.
All
man.
right,
It was.
hear me out. Right, the lunch and learn today.
I
What
need a
is
stopwatch.
rain? All right, have you started the stopwatch? Start it quick, dude. We got to talk about rain for 10 minutes.
Okay. What was it? 10 minutes, 23 seconds. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it
All
might
right.
be.
What is rain? Okay.
Yeah. So
go.
what is rain? Obviously, it's something we're all familiar with here in the UK. But I thought we could. What do you think of rain? What is rain? Tell me how it.
I
what
used
is
to
it,
have
right?
this.
Particles get brought up and dust,
Okay.
and then the rain particles attach themselves to the dust, and therefore then gather more water around the dust bit, and then
What?
it gets too big that it just drops all the rain on the floor.
So it's dust. So
So it's dust in the air.
So this
Yeah.
is so the dust. What happens? Like the dust is just like blowing around.
Yeah, dust is blowing around tiny dust particles because the water can't just stick to nothing. It has to find a
Right.
nucleus,
Okay.
something to stick to, or
All right.
And then when you got one big one, then it rolls around, snowballs effect, picking up all the other little bits of water.
So rain lives. I don't know. I can't
How
tell
you
if
like
you're being serious
how
or
do you put
not.
loads of drips, put loads of drips of water on a bit of glass.
Yeah.
They will find themselves. They merge together.
And it's 'cause the
find
dust.
themselves. Don't know. Try it.
Davey, you?
Could be.
Yeah.
For me, I have absolutely no idea. All I'm thinking of, when I was young, I must have overheard it, or someone was joking with me, saying that someone once said, it's raining so hard, it's going back into the sky. So I used to think that the rain came down and then it almost like turned round and then went back up.
Yeah, that's literally crazy. Yeah.
It's not.
Well,
it's
I
not a
just
thing.
thought, right, you two got way wackier thoughts on what the rain is. I thought rain was just it evaporates, so it's just water
From where?
evaporating up, and then
From
it
where?
gets colder up there.
Yeah, but why? Where does it? How does it turn into rain?
Well, it's
Yeah,
just,
why does it
Or
decide
does
to
it come
dump?
back down
Why
in
does it dump?
evaporation?
well, because it's so small, the water, that it just gets to a point. Like
Right,
if
so,
you,
so it joins together with other ones.
yeah, if you
Oh, okay, so I'm right.
No, you're talking about dust. So you're talking about dust. I'm talking about if you put water on your hand,
Yeah.
then eventually it dries out, right? Where's it
Yeah.
gone?
If it doesn't come back down.
You mean it's gone into the
Water
sky?
is- on your hand, it's like evaporating. It's dry.
Yeah.
So it dries in tiny form.
Yeah.
And then as it gets bigger, as it gets higher, it gets colder, and then it ends up coming together.
Oh, so it comes together.
Well, yeah, it comes together. Yeah, but it doesn't. Well, obviously it comes together. It just doesn't have anything to do with dust.
How does it decide when to rain then? Like, how does it?
Because it just gets too heavy for the sky. That's what I always thought. It forms clouds.
Yeah, but some clouds are massive and some are small. So you mean when it gets to a certain size? then
It doesn't often
Yeah.
rain out of a small cloud.
No, true. That's a fair point, actually.
It's true, isn't it? I've never thought about that.
It's rare that you have a little pot. It's rare you have like a little patch in the garden
We just
that's wet.
speculate for the whole 10 minutes.
Well, we can do. I've just got 10 stunning facts about rain. That's all I've
Go,
got.
let's read them out.
It doesn't get us any closer to finding out. I reckon I'm right, but you reckon you're right. So,
No, I don't reckon I'm right.
Let's hear
I
it.
just reckon that I'm talking at
right, we got something called phantom rain. Not all raindrops that fall from the sky reach the ground. Under specific conditions, sometimes rain can fall but never touch Earth. This occurs when rain falling from a cloud evaporates as it draws closer to the Earth's surface. That's quite cool.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a hot country for that.
Why don't we put how is rain made? Just put rain. Why?
Rain wise.
Yeah, I think this is a cracking section. I'm ploughing on with
Here
it.
we go.
Yeah, I like it. It's a
How
good one.
is rain?
Clouds are made of water droplets. Within a cloud, water droplets condense onto one another, causing the droplets to grow. When these water droplets get too heavy to stay suspended in the cloud, they fall to Earth as rain. How is
So
rain
where does-
formed?
Yeah. So where does the rain come from?
Are you allowed to do googling on their podcast?
Yeah. Well, they can't see it, can they?
Oh, does rain start as snow?
Sunlight heats up water on the Earth's surface. The heat causes the water to evaporate.
Yeah.
This is like kids. They're literally the first thing in this
So
web
does it
address.
all-
It says kids.
Can we see if it's anything?
So is all rain ocean water, which means it should be salty, isn't it, if it rains, or not? Or does the salt not go up 'cause
stays,
it's too...
doesn't it? Mate,
too
I'm,
heavy?
I'm feeling quite like a rain
facts
expert.
for kids.
Because that's how you purify salt water in the sea. We've already got onto this, and people got pissed off when we talked about
Oh, yeah.
desalination.
Why?
Yeah.
Rain.
Because it's not a thing, but people think it is.
Well, you can't.
Like, Bren, have you ever gone into a shop and bought a bottle of like water that's come from the ocean?
No, not knowingly. No.
Because it's
No.
not that easy to remove salt from water. You have to get a bubble. We're really going. How much time we got?
We've got 5 minutes left. We're good.
Right, we got a half bubble thing. You have to desalinate it. You have to evaporate it and leave the salt crystals.
Yeah.
And then it hits the top of the bubble and it goes down the edges. And that's how
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get-
And that's pure.
Interactions between rainfall, dust, and sea surface temperatures help to sustain the Atlantic multi-decadal oscillation. Bren has come across something that I hadn't.
Is dust needed for rain? Click on that.
Oh no, is he right?
Raindrops and snowflakes require dust in the atmosphere to order and form because it required less energy in the water.
Dude.
No way.
You're welcome.
Came in hot.
Mate,
his
I thought
first
when you were
10-minute
saying,
learn.
I was like, oh no, he's
Raindrops
saying
and
something
snowflakes
really,
require
really
dust
dumb.
in the atmosphere in order to form because it requires less energy for water or ice to bond.
Onto a particle than to form on their
Wow.
own.
There
Wow.
Get you, mate. That's good
So
on you.
So it is
go.
possible because there are. I think they can manipulate where it rains in the world
What
as well.
dust can?
I might be wrong. No, like as a species, we can. Like we have the technology to go into the sky to spray certain things, which moves rain clouds into other areas.
Must be
so it
dust.
rains.
It's probably a Henry Hoover in reverse in a plane. Just
Don't they do that for Wimbledon every year?
No, they don't. Oh, you two are talking
Don't
about
know.
harp now, aren't you?
No, they do.
No, they definitely seem to do it in the north of England. I think they just put it all above Birmingham.
What do they
But
do for Wimbledon?
Should we say we're all right on the rain facts then? We've got dust one, we've got some evaporation.
I think we are, yeah.
one.
Was I right? I thought it went back into the sky, but I'll take it if you think we all had a point.
It's true, actually. I don't think Davey's right. But
Hey.
in a way, you are right. You're just talking about the cycle of water, so it does go back up. Should we carry on with
Yeah.
the 10 crazy facts?
Shape
Yeah,
of
please.
raindrop, boring. Next one.
Why? Raindrops are usually represented in the shape of a teardrop, but this is not true in reality. When raindrops first form high up in the atmosphere, they take on a spherical shape as the water molecules bind together, held by surface tension.
Yeah,
Or
knew-
dust, as you...
Yeah, we knew it. Next.
Okay.
How long does it take for raindrops to reach the surface?
The wettest place in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is Massarinam.
Sheffield.
The Meghalaya state of India takes the title for the wettest place in the world, receiving an
Wow.
astonishing average of 11,970 millimetres of rainfall every year, which compared to the
Whoa.
UK's 1,150 millimetre average is
Jesus,
quite...
that's
That is
10 times more.
insane.
I thought it'd be Fort William
That's a
for
lot
sure.
of
dude.
Yeah.
That is mad, isn't it?
Yeah, the wettest day in
Yeah.
Britain, the 5th of December 2015. Cumbria.
Well, there you go. My birthday, that.
Huh?
My birthday.
Your birthday, it pissed it down in Cumbria, mate. It
It's
Storm
wet for different
Desmond.
reasons, mate. On the 15th of December.
No, 5th of December.
Yeah, sorry, I meant 5th. That's my birthday.
Rainfall, amounts of type of cloud, not all raindrops are made of water.
Also made of sulfuric acid or methane. That's acid rain.
Savage.
Oh, wow. And obviously, I'm just reading here that burning fossil fuels can influence rain patterns in urban
Oh,
areas.
really? So the clouds...
So
is that because of dust?
This is because during the week, millions of cars release exhaust into the atmosphere, creating billions of CCN in the clouds. By the end of the week, clouds are much more likely to be saturated with moisture.
Dust.
He's a genius.
Dust.
I'm
He is a
I'm
genius.
fucking wasted.
Let's get you
Wasted.
a butt patch done.
Ollie, you got a
He
minute
does.
left, dude. More rain facts.
Hang on.
We've got a minute left.
How long are these?
Yeah. 10 minutes, 23 seconds.
Right, an inch of rain
Oh yeah.
can measure around 226 pounds in an acre of land. In every minute, 1 billion tons of rain falls on the earth.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What?
That's cool.
1 billion.
Wow, you saved the big one till the end for
That's
sure,
insane.
man.
And
Yeah.
to round it off, the driest places in the UK, London and Cambridge.
Hey, I've got-
That's weird because you think because of the fumes,
Do you reckon we burn it all off?
it'd be a wet. No, I don't know.
Ooh.
That's what it said, didn't it?
This
That
is good.
cities-
I've got a good fact. This is good. How long does it take a raindrop to reach the ground? To provide the exact figure would be difficult. The height raindrops fall and size can differ, but following an average speed of 14 miles an hour, is that what they
That
get?
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
That can't be the speed.
An
can it?
average cloud height of 2,500 feet. It could take 2 minutes for a raindrop to hit the floor.
Larger droplets can fall
There
at
you go.
speeds of 20 miles an hour. Rain's slow. I've had rain before it.
What's it called when something gets to like the fastest it can fall? Like what's that?
Terminal velocity,
It's-
but that's
not-
like for...
Yeah.
Wow.
Like if you threw a cat out of a window, it's only going to
34
go.
miles an hour or something,
It is,
164.
but
It must be.
how much
Yeah.
time
It's
we got?
Benny's job
Terminal-
to do this Googling stuff.
That's it. Yeah, he just doesn't turn up
Does he
these
not?
days.
What's he
dude.
doing?
It's
Is he
pretty
picking
annoying.
up?
Yeah, I think so.
Should we have Terminal
Must be.
Velocity as another lunch and learn?
Yeah, next week.
Shall we?
No, because this is when you find
Yeah,
out.
terminal.
Nah, you have to tune in next week. For
Ah.
Ah, very
Keep
good.
them keen.
Should we do a couple of listener questions and get out of here?
Dog.
Is it me?
All
Or are
right.
you feeling a bit sick?
Yeah, I think I've got it, yeah.
Boots and cats
Huh?
and dogs and
Listener questions.
Get it.
That was all right, man. I'm impressed. Yeah. Okay, what we got? At Matty Baker 1985. Should nipples click in and out like pens?
I mean, we've really switched this up. I thought, okay, so should nipples...
I kind of like that. It's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Why? What's the advantage of that?
I guess for a woman it'd be kind of better, you know?
Well, so you can run them in so that so you can wear like thinner tops and stuff.
Yeah, and then when you're breastfeeding you could just
Pop
pop it out. I
Or
don't know.
purchase.
There you go. Next question, I think.
Yeah, let's. At the Duke 77, our friend Mark Bishop. If you could compare yourself with any animal, which would it be and why? Animal. People. My nickname was Dolph growing up, like dolphin, 'cause I nearly drowned once in a swimming
You
pool.
nearly drowned a few
I'm
times.
kind of
don't say
dolphin-like.
once.
Yeah, true that. Making a bit of a habit of it.
I think I'd be a shy horse, and I don't really want to talk about the reasons.
You female one.
No. You know what
A
kind.
female one so you can just drag around heavy.
You know what kind.
No.
Yeah.
What would I be? I'd be.
Oh, dear.
I'd be.
Field mouse.
Don't know whether I'd want to be
A shrew.
a cheetah or a elephant.
Really, why an elephant then?
Just
It's
because it's
massive.
easy life, dude.
Yeah. They're diesel, aren't they? They're not.
Just easy life. You cruise
Easy life.
about.
Good brain.
Loving it.
Remember a lot of
Not many-
stuff.
You haven't got many people
Like-
or things. No, that's a lie. You've got lots of people wanting your
Yeah.
stuff, but less
Mm.
these days. But you haven't got many animals that are going to fight you.
Just knocking about, aren't you?
Yeah.
Thick skin.
I never thought I'd be like that because I'm sort of quite sort of high energy guy, but quite like that sound of it. Just,
Yeah.
kicking about.
I feel like dogs do a good job at making it look fun.
Dogs do a good
being an
job.
animal, don't they?
Yeah, but you
Mm.
don't get much freedom, do you? You sort of
When you do
get
though,
an hour.
Bit
it's
stray.
not. It's routined. Go here. You have your
Yeah.
food. You get to sleep.
I've never had a routine in the 30 years of my life, so
No.
I don't know what that's going to be like.
What about you, Davey? What would you be? I'm intrigued actually.
Yeah, I'd say
Dolphin,
dolphin.
okay.
Just live in the
They're
ocean, chill,
intelligent as well,
float
they're
around, go nice
Remarkably
places.
intelligent
Huh?
dolphins.
Yeah, exactly. It's very fitting, you know. Taught my own language. It's kind of like Northern, and yeah. Just
Did
chill.
you ever listen to that? Did you ever listen to that podcast about the lady that did a load of? She lived with a dolphin, and she lived in the dolphin literally in a room with
She
everything
drowned?
in there, beds, everything, but it was underwater.
How?
And then she ended up doing acid with the dolphin, and she ended up wanking the
This
dolphin
isn't
off.
true.
And I'm not joking you, all right?
That's not true.
That's true. I'm finding the podcast. It happened.
Hang on, what was the thing I meant to watch? You watched ages ago about the octopus that has.
Oh yeah, my teacher, the octopus. That's
Yeah,
good. That is,
yeah.
But he
Ah,
doesn't
yeah.
wank him off.
So this
Whereas
woman-
this
I won't watch
dolphin,
that anymore,
she
yeah.
wanks off the dolphin, and then the experiment got shut down because her and the dolphin they were doing acid, and she was wanking it off.
That's a mistake.
I need, I need to fact check this. It might have been a dream, but
That's a weird one.
pretty sure it's a podcast. I'll find out about it.
Mate, your podcast.
Okay,
is so
all right, I like
sick.
it.
There's so
Good,
many
isn't
good stuff in
it?
it.
Okay. What else we got? God. Okay, we can't do that.
He does a good job reading through these.
Yeah, I should look at them before. At Johnny MCC, are either of you going to Fort William for the World Cup? Are you going up, Wilkins?
Tell you what, I was going to talk to you about this. You're obviously going up, aren't you?
I think so. I'll desperately try to avoid it, but I'll probably have to go.
I thought Dace actually said, why don't we go up on the sleeper train? Be quite fun. Does that not sound fun to you? I love the idea of
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah, I know, but that'd be cool.
Can we make a film about it?
Yeah, it'd just be an adventure, wouldn't it? And then when you wake
We
up,
need to do a TRP
the sun would
thing
rise.
actually, and that we were going to go up on that, weren't we?
The sun would rise and you'd be on the train going through the
The
Highlands.
sun would not rise because you'd be going to Fort William and you end up in Fort William.
All right, the rain and dust
Literally
would
a
rise.
shithole.
The rain and dust would rise, or it would bounce up, or whatever you.
I'm up for it. I'll go. I'd love to
Bounce
go.
up into your trousers and make your socks wet.
Yeah,
Then you have musty socks the rest of the weekend.
that's gonna happen anyway.
Then
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Yeah,
I'm keen. I would like to go
Done.
actually. It would be
Alright.
cool. I've not been for a few years, so
I'll be up for Fort
Yeah.
William. It's been too long.
don't know.
Yeah.
That's
I'm up for Fort William.
it's such a lovely
Yeah.
place when it's like
Is there
the surrounding Malaysia and all that sort of places,
Yeah.
surrounding areas when it's sunny. It's lovely.
Do you know what I'm trying to decide?
It is nice.
What I'd bring. I'm trying to decide whether I bring my e-bike or not.
Bring your jet ski, dude.
I can't. think if I'm going to bring my e-bike.
Jet ski.
Ollie. Just quickly though, I'm confused about the sleeper train thing because. How long can it possibly take to get to Fort William from
mate.
wherever you
You
get
go-
on a
you
If
sleeper
you
train?
he
Is it
lives
like-
up north. He pretty much lives in Fort William.
It's 8 hours
Like,
away,
it's 11
dude.
hours to drive.
Yeah, that's right then. It's 3
Yeah.
hours for me to get
We
to
have
you.
to go. We have to go
Yeah.
from St Pancras.
But how long can the train be? Like, surely
No,
it's
you go
faster.
from St Pancras
Is
and
it
it
not?
stops like millions of times.
Right. So you don't actually
Yeah,
get
you
to
do-
sleep
no,
on
you
it.
don't
so
have
it's
to
a
get off.
total lie.
You get a cabin.
Yeah, you get a cabin. And then when the
Okay.
sun comes up,
All right,
you're
yeah.
in the trains. You just have the windows open and you'll be in the
Oh, do
Highlands.
you get served good fry up breakfast?
It's going through
How much
Glasgow.
up-
haggis.
Nice, yeah,
Not
dude.
the
Count me
Polar
in. Let's do
Express,
it.
dude.
Sleeper train. You take bikes,
Well,
right? Yeah, it sounds
let's
good.
do it. Let's make it into a thing.
Yeah.
Live
All
on
right.
the sleeper train.
Deal.
Yeah.
Because that'll up the price of it.
Yeah. We'll have a road trip. We'll have a road trip. Let's do it. Okay. God, there's so many. Okay, this is a good one actually for Bren as well. At August Qvist, I think that is. Talk about romance. It says, how do you guys balance / stay in contact with the opposite sex while traveling?
FaceTime.
Is it hard? Is it harder now? Like you've got a kid
No,
and like
FaceTime's so good.
you know,
like,
is it harder?
and I don't. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
That's the weird question. What? I mean, why is he struggling? Does he not have a phone?
Maybe.
No, but it
You just-
isn't.
Maybe his girlfriend keeps going on work trips and just doesn't get in touch for weeks.
That's what it'll be.
Yeah.
No,
Just
like-
comes back walking funny.
Definitely.
Why didn't you call me?
It's like it's got way harder now.
No
I've got a
service.
kid, but like the invention of FaceTime, where I can actually see her and she can see me, makes such a huge difference, dude.
Yeah.
It's mate, like back in the day, when we travel, we'd just be texting. Or WhatsApp makes it so good. So I'm just on WhatsApp all day. Like, there's no guilt of like how much money you're spending on your phone contract. It's just Wi-Fi or whatever. Whereas back in the day, like we didn't
Yeah.
even. Yeah, I mean, it's just FaceTime and WhatsApp.
I think
Just-
time differences can be shit. Because you just,
Yeah.
you know, like little things, you don't realise how much you pick
Yeah.
up on, like, if you're in different parts of your day, you just have different conversations. So you just, like,
Yeah,
if you're
Annoying.
just waking
Yeah.
up and they're just going to bed and you're like,
yeah.
it's like a crap mix. That's the only thing I can think that's hard. Yeah,
True.
phones are well good.
Last question. Well, one at last, maybe. It's from me. What race are you looking forward to the most this year? Is there a track which you like hyped to get to?
Probably Lords actually. Lords. The town is so weird
it, yeah?
and in my opinion backwards. You know, you see like terminally ill kids getting wheeled around in hospital beds
yeah.
with like a group of people following them, all with like matching T-shirts with their names written on the back, you know. And there's this shops there with this all they sell is like tat, it's like religious themed tat, and it all just seems a little bit backwards, you know. But yeah, the town is a bit of a weird spot, but the track's good. Having a World Cup in France is always good. The crowd, they you know, they're so enthusiastic and out there and cool. It's like having any French. I don't think 90% of the people that will turn up at the race know even who Craig Minara is, but they'll just shout at everyone, and that's the best thing. Like the crowds and at French races are really cool. I think it's quite a cool track. It's not too pedally, which helps me. Not too crazy rough, which helps me. And I think it's got some jumps. And yeah, I think I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, cool. I'd say the first one.
Sick. Perfect. Well, it's been a blast.
It's been fantastic. Thanks.
You good at that?
Everyone
happy?
Yeah, you have actually been
just
really
mindful
good.
It's getting late as well, man. Go get some rest. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Like I say, it's 9 o'clock when we're recording this on a Monday, so and you're off tomorrow. So yeah, good luck with that, dude. Hope it all goes swimmingly. No doubt it will.
I've got a 5:30 flight.
Exactly.
Oh, dude. Now I feel bad.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a beer, haven't we? We've chilled out, you know what I mean? Just hanging. We've had a beer. All right. Appreciate it, everybody. Don't forget, merch is live. Go hit it up. It's probably already sold out by now.
When's this coming out? Nice. Yeah.
Wednesday. Merch drops 7:23 on Wednesday.
Good luck,
evening.
boys. I'll give it a retweet for you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, God bless. Cool, man. Have a good one, and we'll no doubt speak to you soon anyway. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Ciao.
We appreciate you.
Ciao, ciao. For now.